Recognize the gentleman from Kentucky.
I yield 4 minutes to my good friend from Georgia, Miss Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The representative is recognized for 4 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today as the only member of Congress that has ever been banned by social media.
Because I'm fucking crazy.
On January 2nd of 2022, Twitter banned my personal account on which I was campaigning for Congress, raising money, and using my free speech to inform the voters in my district they can vote for me. This was not by a company owned by China. This was by American-owned Twitter. This came on the heels of our own United States government working with big tech and working with social media companies to censor and ban Americans' free speech. I believe that this bill can cause future problems. It's opening Pandora's box, and I'm opposed to this bill. Most Americans don't trust the United States government because of our experience dealing with it. Never forget that the United States government also was the one that provided the Russia hoax to Americans. It also worked to ban Americans' free speech. It also has worked in so many ways to illegally, warrantless spy on Americans through FISA. If we wanted to be serious about stopping a foreign adversary, if we wanted to be serious about stopping China, we would stop China from buying our U.S. farmland. We would raise up our American energy independence. We would also stop the Green New Deal and not rely on China, who owns and operates 85% of the battery market worldwide. There are dangers that lie ahead in this. This is really about controlling Americans' data. And if we cared about Americans' data, then we would stop the sale of Americans' data universally, not just with China. There's some further issues. This is a Pandora's box. What's to stop Congress or the United States government in the future from forcing the sale of another social media company, claiming that it's protecting Americans' data from foreign adversaries? I think we could see in the future another Russia, and possibly force the sale of X, as many members in this body claim that Elon Musk is altering the algorithms of X. By the way, it was Elon Musk's purchase of X that restored my social media account on Twitter and allowed me.
I think we are the dumbest country on the fucking planet, straight up. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it other than this is so stupid and we're getting increasingly dumber and dumber.
Me to have my free speech back on Twitter. There's also members of this body, the Democrats are claiming that election meddling can happen on social media. Well, we can never forget Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook. We can never forget the election meddling that happened there. And by the way, American-owned Facebook and Instagram is where most of the garbage, like the gender lies and the woke lies, exist. Many Americans and many teenagers believe awful things, and they don't just see them on TikTok, they see them on Facebook and Instagram too. I don't think this will accomplish what the goal is to accomplish.
I hate that she's it's like her and Trump are on the fucking right side on this issue, which is weird. Being like, the real problem is Meta. Okay. They're not wrong in the energy, I guess. Technically, the exact same problems that you could point to with respect to algorithms, with respect to data privacy, exist where fucking Facebook as well. Yeah, wrong formula, right answer. Okay? And it is so goddamn stupid.
So there's other concerns, I think, here, is that when the government moves into forcing the sale of TikTok, who is going to buy it? That's the question that we should be asking. Who is going to buy it? Who will be the next to control the data of over 170 million Americans? Are we going to trust Mark Zuckerberg to control their data? I certainly don't. By the way, most of the time, my posts on Facebook are shadow banned, and I certainly don't have the reach on that social media account. I think that there's many other ways.
Okay. Yeah. It's me.
Much, Mr.
It's me. I'm the real victim here.
Speaker. I thank the gentleman for yielding and for his leadership on this very important issue, and I thank the distinguished chairwoman of the Energy and Commerce Committee and associate myself with her remarks, as well as with Mr. Pallone's. I thank Mr. Christian Morphy and Mr. Gallagher, Chairman Gallagher of the Select Committee on China, for their great leadership, bringing this legislation forward to the Committee of Jurisdiction, legislative jurisdiction. Mr. Chair, I have a few points to make, and it's interesting to hear this respectful debate. First of all, this is not a ban on TikTok. I'm a grandmother of teenagers. I understand the entertainment value, the educational value, the communication value, the business value for some business on this. This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make...
The reason why they're saying this is because, like, they realized very quickly that that push notification comes in and the fucking phones start running in the congressperson in their offices. Basically, they're like, oh shit, there's hella people that like TikTok. It's their treat. Can't take the treat away. Don't do it. So they're like, oh, we're not trying to ban it. We're just trying to give it to an American person. Okay, give it to an American. Restore it to its rightful owner. It goes against all of the supposed principles that capitalists like to uphold. Atriak pointed out that when TikTok sent out a notification for people to call their senators, their lines were swamped with people saying, you can't take this away. I spend all day on it, which, if anything, makes the opposite point, makes it sound like people are addicted. Yes, people are addicted. It's a treat. 100%. The reason why they want to fucking take it away from China and Chinese hands is specifically because it is a treat. Because it's a very successful social media platform, more successful than the other ones. That's why they want to give it to an American. So remember that. Yeah. Where was this take when he was on stream, bro? We're not banning this company. We're just telling people who own this extremely valuable company that if they don't sell it within 6 months, we will not allow any American to access it or they will go to prison. That's not a ban. We have another great company like Instagram. Please do not look into their parent company's owners' opinions on content moderation. Please do not look into what they are currently doing to pro-Palestinian accounts. Please do not look into my most recent stock trades. This just in. House approved a bill to force TikTok to be sold or face being banned. Per our analysis, we found numerous politicians that would benefit from a potential TikTok ban. 14 Republicans and 12 Democrats have traded $9.2 million worth of competitor stocks. Dan Crenshaw owns 30K of Meta. Mark Wayne Mullen owns 165K of Meta. Jared Moskowitz, 30K of Meta. Diane Harshbarger owns 25K of Meta and more from years ago. It's normal though. Like, obviously they just have it. They probably have it because it's a successful company. It just does show, it does show a conflict of interest at the end of the day. That's all it is. Because politicians own stock and they can manipulate stock prices by passing legislation or pushing for legislation, making a big stink about certain companies. It's really fucked up. But, you know, a lot of people own stock in Meta. It's just so silly. So incredibly fucking silly across the board. Top to bottom.
TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe. A winner. A winner. And here's what I have to say. The people of China have come forth. The Tibetans have come forth and said on TikTok in China, they are suppressed. They cannot put their message out. Not only that, the Chinese government misrepresents the situation in Tibet. In Hong Kong,
What does this have to do with anything? You're literally like, yeah, that's right. China is suppressing Tibetan voices, which is why we are going to take down TikTok. Like, what the fuck are you saying, dumbass? Also hilarious because there's an ongoing fucking genocide in Gaza. And Meta, the major competitor to TikTok in many ways, is openly and directly suppressing Palestinian voices. What the fuck?
Well, let me just tell you about Hong Kong. During the Taiwan election, TikTok into Taiwan that the Uyghurs, on whom there is a genocide exercised by the Chinese government, they have told the people in Taiwan that the Uyghurs like that genocide. And they told them that
Uyghurs. What is she fucking saying? She's so goddamn old, bro. Holy shit. This is fucking nutty. So Uyghurs. It's wild. It's wild to try to make an argument over like selling TikTok to an American and be like, you know what's a real genocide? What's happening in Tibet? What's happening in Hong Kong? What happened in Xinjiang? Not Gaza. That's a fake genocide. That's not a genocide at all. It's a geno-lie. Which is why we suppress, which is why Meta suppresses anyone that says it's a genocide. Look up Meta in Myanmar for a fun surprise, Pelosi. Well, that's a little different. That wasn't a suppression of the genocide. That was an active aiding and abetting of the genocide in Myanmar. So there is that. Meta is either on the wrong side, well, I guess technically on the wrong side of a genocide every single time. Sometimes it actually directly contributes to it and facilitates it. Other times it just suppresses the voices of the victims. You know, good stuff.
people of Hong Kong like the destruction of their democracy. They don't frame it that way, but that's their message. And again, suppressing the communication from Tibet. And then just people, yesterday on the steps, we heard from the Taiwan people, we heard from the Tibetans, we heard from the Hong Kong.
CCP shill, buddy. That's right, dude. I love the CCP. I love Tik-Tok. I just want to defend it because they pay me at the top of the hour, and you as well, by allowing you to avoid the ads by gifting subscriptions in the chat through numerous different names, one of which being 34MKD50. Okay? Every time you get a gifted sub in the chat, that's actually the Chinese government gifting you the sub. This is the complex scheme that they've designed. Oh my God, I'm literally talking this into existence right now. I just realized this is going to be like another insane conspiracy theory by liberals and conservatives alike. That's right. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. And the Chinese Communist Party government officials like King Henry IV have now gifted 20 gifted subs. Owen Gila, another CCP shill, with the 10 gifted subs, allowing 30 people to no longer see the ads. Now, if you don't get gifted by the Chinese Communist Party, you can subscribe on your own for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. Booyah, 6969, not Christian F, Hasan's Freckles. Look at all these different names that the Chinese Communist Party is using in here. Very indecent. Very fucked up.
And we heard from a woman who's...
I know Rabbi Shmuley's do-rag. You were trying to bait me. I know. Can't catch me.
Husband was arrested because of his communication with somebody with a shared view. So this is controlled by the Chinese Communist government. But forgetting that, if you can, I can't, think of this.
Ladies' time has expired.
The Chinese government will control the algorithm. They can change it any time.
Old Bobby, thank you for the 10. Domesticated Cat, thank you for the 5. The only D you want. Thank you for the 5. Gifted. Creepin' Death, thank you for the 5. Gifted. Desert Ice, thank you for the 5. Gifted. Hasan's Freckles with another 5. All of these different fucking names, baby. You already know it.